Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's Doc from Kobe, Japan, and the podcast Marketers Who Can't Market, here to help you get past your humps and bumps and on to building business. Who wants to be stuck on marketing all day long, right? Not me. We do enough of it. Today, I have a rather short little chat I'd like to have with you, and it's about a very cool idea I think that will be helpful. It's not particularly cool, but the idea is that a lot of people out there, if you're a new blogger, you're trying to learn how to kind of create a side hustle income for yourself, or maybe you are a tried and true marketer, you've got a job at an agency. God, I love agencies. Not really. Because they would never hire anybody unless they already had agency experience. It was the most bizarre catch-22 thing ever. But anyway, I digress, as they say, right? If you're working at an agency, if you're working at a regular kind of client-side company, you're in marketing, you're a small business person, anybody who has an interest in marketing and has thought about spending a lot of money to get a little better at it, right? There are lots of ways to do that. You can sign up for courses, you can sign up for certifications. All of these, if you choose the right one, can be a fantastic way, actually, to learn how to do a lot of this stuff. There are some incredible courses that I've paid for, both long and short, lifetime courses where you kind of sign up for, 2 grand. I've paid upwards of $3,000 for courses before in the past. Excuse me, and they're well worth it. But the thing is, you don't need to spend a lot of money actually to get the knowledge that exists out there in these courses. And why is that? Well, for one, you can go the traditional route of learning, which is to kind of go to books, right? A lot of the people who are creating courses in particular have acquired knowledge from books, especially if it's not digital marketing. Any kind of marketing in general, people are picking it up from books and then kind of spinning it out to be their own, right? Coaches, people like that. They leverage their experience, which is good. But if you want to just kind of get the basic nutshell knowledge that these folks have, you can get all that in books. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people 20, 30 years younger than me talking about stuff that I've read 20 or 30 years ago, right? It's been done before, and a lot of it is out there. So go to the library and spend some time digging around in the stacks and get the information that you want. If you live in a small town and you don't have a very good library, make sure you utilize the services of interlibrary loan. Go to a college library. They have even more things, right? So that should be your first step if you're looking for kind of a general idea as to how to get better at marketing. Go to the library or go to Amazon and buy books. If you're looking for information on things that are constantly changing, digital marketing, then the internet is your friend, right? And that's where you're going to be tempted to spend a lot of money on courses and for apps and tools that you can download and things like that. And I reference many of them, or a number of them rather, in the content that I create or here on the podcast. I've talked about Ahrefs before and SEMrush, which I use. Even Kindle. I have a Kindle app called, it's called Kindle Rocket, I think, which is a very, very, very good program that enables me to kind of fine-tune my approach when I'm creating the title tags and the structure of my posting for my books on Kindle. It was definitely worth the money. It was about $100, I think, and it's a lifetime deal, so I get all the updates and everything. Elegant Themes, right, is a paid service that I use the Divi theme, and it's well worth the, I think, $89 that I spend once a year for it. But knowledge-wise, you can go to places like Digital Marketer and you can take free courses. You can go to Ahrefs and you can take their free courses, which I've referenced before as well. A lot of these places that have premium products also have free courses that you can get in on. Now, remember that when you're in that funnel, because they're all funnels, right? when you're in that funnel, they're going to try and sell you on their paid product. And that's cool, but don't be tempted yet to bite off on that offer, right? What I would like you to do, what I would suggest you do, is spend more time. If you find a website that you like Ahrefs, for example, or you find Matt Diggity's stuff really good. Matt Diggity is a guy who's like really proficient in SEO, and there are a number of those sorts of cats too. There's a website called Authority Hacker, for example, that is all about affiliate marketing. And once you get past a certain level in affiliate marketing, you can spend, I think it's almost $3,000 to join them and get really kind of insight as to how to take your business from an already performing business, let's say 6 figures, take it to even higher number than that, right? So if you're already making 6 figures, dropping $3,000 to get access to people who have scaled their own businesses way beyond that in the millions of dollars a year is a good investment, right? The problem is a lot of us get eager and we are tempted by the offer to grow our businesses, and we bite off more than we can chew money-wise a little too early. So what I've learned, having done this myself on several occasions, what I've learned is that almost all of these places that create these sites and courses have at once provided almost all of the content that they're going to then charge you a couple $1,000s for. They've almost produced all of it already, and it lives on their website, right? And the reason for that is in order to create their course, they had to at first talk about their course, right? So they had to write it down. They had to write it down usually as a blog post, and then that repeated action of writing down what it is they've learned and what it is that they want to teach and putting those posts up online draws eyeballs to them, right? So people find them because Google says, hey, this is the thing that you're looking for, and you land on a website, an Authority Hacker article or an Ahrefs article, and you read it. And you're pitched in the middle or at the end or at the top right about their course. And before really thinking about it, you think, holy shit, this article is really good, and these guys are giving away a lot of great information. Yeah, they are. But you don't have to buy the course yet, right? Keep reading. So dig around on the site. They're often massive. And because these guys sometimes people start a website with the idea of creating a course from the beginning, and they know they're going to have to write it, and they're not going to want to write it again. And a lot of what they talk about is somewhat evergreen, so they just package it up and turn it into a course, right? But again, to get eyeballs, they have to keep writing and fleshing out their site and talking about good things, and that sort of stuff is what you should be reading. So find the people that you like and hang out on their website and spend a lot of time there. What I do these days is if I find a site that I really am finding useful, I bookmark it and I immediately move it into my bookmarks bar, so I'm staring at it across the top of my screen every day. Because I, like you probably, are frequently bookmarking things, and things get lost after a while. But really important things, if you keep them up at the top, you're always going to remember how to get into Gmail and places like that. So you really don't need to have that on the top of your bookmark, on your bookmark bar. Put other things there that are going to teach you something. And when you're hanging out at lunch, read, right? So that's my big tip for today. Don't spend a lot of money. Don't spend any money really on courses until you have started to make money on your own. That's a big thing, really. I mean, it's very exciting to kind of think about. A lot of these guys are very good at direct mail type copywriting, and they throw in all of these things about this guy made this much in this amount of time, which is usually like 3 or 6 months, right? And of course, none of these quote unquote case studies have any verifiable reference, right? Other than a screenshot. They don't tell you what niche the guy is in. They don't tell you what the site is. They don't tell you what the products are. It's really kind of worthless. And if you think about it and you step back a bit, when you know they're not really telling you anything at all other than I did this site and I made a lot of money. And when you read that, or you're looking at a video about that sort of thing, and it gets you excited, recognize that that's totally purely emotional. they are pushing your buttons on pain or pleasure, depending on how you want to look at it. Are you trying to get away from a low income and into something better, or do you have a pretty good income already and you want more? That's moving toward pleasure, as they say. The first one being moving away from pain. The pain of not having any money, right? Which is what a lot of people deal with. It's all emotional. So if you can recognize that, then you should be not buying anything, right? So there you have it. I have a blog post that I created. At this point in time, it's just a big list of the people that I found are very good online and excellent teachers. People way smarter than me with regard to online marketing. I used to think I knew a lot about this stuff. I don't know. I know a decent amount, but there's a lot to learn, and it's always changing. And these folks that I've put together in this blog post that I'll link below are really, really great people to hang out with online and learn from. So check it out. I will flesh that post out over time because right now it's not getting any Google love either, right? So I need to do my due diligence, or I need to be responsible rather, and put more content on there so that Google finds that post because it is valuable and there are lots of good links in there. So check it out. I'll link it below. That's all I have for you today. Very short. This is shorter than my normal post. This might have even been shorter than the Saturday Shorty. I don't know. I think the Saturday Shorty was only 8 minutes. But that's all I wanted to say today. So have a wonderful day, night, weekend. It's not weekend yet. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. Please like, subscribe if you found something worthwhile in this. As you know, as Matt Diggity said today, it's a lot harder to create these things than it is to click like or subscribe. So help a guy out, right? I think he said help a brother out. He's a pretty funny cat, actually. And ring the notification bell if you need the reminder that we're here every day. All right? That's it for today. Doc Kane saying later from Kobe, Japan, and Marketers Who Can't Market, brought to you by NihonHustle.com. Take it easy. Bye-bye.